Hey everyone, Kyle Walker here. If you love cars, fixing things, or just want to understand your vehicle better, you're in the right place. I share hands-on tips, smart driving advice, and straight-up car talk without the fluff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around till the end. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into it.
In any car, there is a cooling system. Without it, the TS would have to be quite tight due to constant overheating. This system is a complex mechanism that has a multi-stage design. During the operation of the car, the cooling system is exposed to high temperature and pressure. Due to these and several other reasons, the radiator can leak. This situation not only adds discomfort to the driver's life, but also creates a danger to the internal structures of the car. Every driver should know how to fix a leak in the radiator of a car, so that when such a problem occurs, they can solve it immediately. What is the danger of constant coolant leakage? If the cooling radiator is leaking, it is imperative to know what to do or which specialist to contact to fix such a problem. Constant leakage can lead to negative and even dangerous situations: overheating of the engine and its further failure, reconfiguration of the cooling system and violation of the integrity of the material used as a gasket, engine jamming, which will result in costly and time-consuming repairs, thermal burns, which can occur when a crack in the radiator breaks and hot liquid flows out in the form of a fountain. Why you need a radiator and why its leaks are dangerous. It's time to move on to the main issue, the consideration of ways to eliminate leaks and return the cooling system tightness. How to quickly eliminate the leak. First, you need to determine the location of the leak. You can do this in several ways. Carefully and in detail inspect the main line, through which the movement of liquid is carried out. At the site of the leak, there will be a wet spot. This method does not always give a positive result, e.g., in the case of microcracks. The compressor allows you to quickly find all the problem areas that will need to be repaired. All outlets on the radiator are closed. Only one outlet is left. The system is filled with water and air is supplied through the compressor. A pressure of 1 atmosphere will be enough. In places with drops of water, just and leaks radiator cooling. This method does not require the dismantling of the faulty part, which is appreciated by many drivers. If the radiator in the car leaks, and there are no wet spots on its design, and there is also no compressor at hand, then it must be dismantled. The design is placed in a container with water, the best suited bath, and air is supplied. At the site of the appearance of bubbles, just and present problems. Often leaks occur simply on the road, away from home, or even any settlement. It is not worth continuing to drive. It is dangerous for the car and the driver. We will tell you how you can repair the radiator of the car with your own hands with the help of improvised means. A piece of an old car camera and a clamp will allow you to close the leak for a while and drive to the nearest settlement or car store. We cover the leak with rubber and clamp it with a clamp. Pliers are definitely in every driver's travel kit. They are needed to plug a damaged tube. There should be no more than 5 such tubes. Otherwise, cooling will be significantly reduced and the system will not cope with its task. Sealant is a very useful tool that can help you at the most unexpected moment. Sealants are different and the principle of their use can differ significantly. Instructions for use are always indicated on the package. We study it and act in accordance with the manufacturer's recommendations. Read also, how to get rid of air in the cooling system of the car, what to do if the damage is serious. The methods described above can help to eliminate small defects, and for a short time. Still have to deal with a thorough repair, which will extend the life of the part. In addition, fixing leaks should be thorough, so that an unpleasant situation does not arise on the road. Sealing plastic parts of the radiator of a car. Many vehicles are fitted with plastic radiators. They are made of a special composition, which is characterized by high strength and resistance to working loads. Repair of such parts has some peculiarities. If they are not taken into account, then the adhesive composition will not hold on the surface. And yet we have found several ways that will allow you to glue the heating radiator in the car and provide a qualitative result. Soldering is applicable to heat-resistant plastic. You can use an ordinary soldering iron. Cold welding is a very successful method of eliminating leaks in the plastic body. If all work is done correctly, in accordance with the manufacturer's recommendations, there will never be a leak in this place again. Cold welding intentionally binds to the surface and forms a high-strength connection, which is not afraid of vibrations, temperature, and pressure changes. Adhesive sealant can only repair small cracks. In the case of larger defects, another method is needed. In any case, this method is a temporary measure. 3M-DP 8005 two-component adhesive demonstrates high efficiency and is able to work even with difficult types of plastic. The treated place will not cause leaks, since the seam is not destroyed by external factors and working loads. The only disadvantage is the high cost, which ranges from 1,500 rubles. Hosh welding is specially designed to work with plastic radiators. The result is reliable and durable. The seam is designed for high working loads. What to glue the plastic cooling radiator is sorted out. Now you can move to a practical guide. Depending on the chosen method, the work plan will differ, but in general terms it looks as follows. Prepare materials and tools that will be needed in further work. Material for gluing. Usually it is two-component compositions, since it is they that allow you to achieve high strength. Sandpaper to treat the leak. Gloves. Degreaser. Usually acetone is used. Cotton swabs. The place with the leak and the surrounding area is thoroughly cleaned and degreased. Prepare the adhesive according to the manufacturer's recommendations. Apply the ready-to-use adhesive to the work area. If the crack is large, the adhesive will be applied in several stages until a tight seal is achieved. Wait for the specified time, which is necessary for the mixture to set. Usually it takes 15 minutes. In the case of epoxy resin, it will take 24 hours, which is a significant disadvantage of this material. The cured surface is sanded with fine-grained paper. Read also, how to flush the cooling system of the engine. Now you know how to glue the radiator at home. Agree, there is nothing complicated here, so it is not necessary to contact a specialist with such a problem. Soldering aluminum radiators. Do not hurry to take up the soldering iron. It will always be in time. Before you need to study the extent of the tragedy and choose the most acceptable repair option. You can simply pour solder on the place with a small defect. A breakdown with impressive dimensions will have to be covered with a patch and soldered along the entire contour. Further, it will be described in detail how to solder the radiator. If you follow these instructions, even a person without relevant experience, everything will definitely work out. Dismantle the device, drain the liquid from it, disconnect the spigots, bolts, and remove the unit. At the place of leakage, remove dirt, clean dust, and dry. On a dry and clean surface, apply rosin, but it is better to use soldering acid. For an aluminum radiator, it is important to use an active flux or aluminum solder. This is due to the oxide film that forms instantly. It can disrupt the entire repair process. Leakage can form on the tube. This situation is not uncommon. In this case, it is necessary to heat the soldering place and remove the tube. Then soldering is carried out or the tube is replaced with a new one if the damage is extensive. It is not always easy to get to the tube with a soldering iron. In this case, it is necessary to insert a heated rod inside the damaged tube. From the temperature, the solder will become soft, which will allow you to remove the tube without problems. Since we are talking about soldering radiators, then it is worth giving advice about such repair of structures made of copper and brass. To repair such parts, you need to use a special soldering iron that is designed to work with such materials. The power of such a soldering iron must necessarily exceed 250 W. The work is performed according to the following scheme. The surface is also cleaned and dried. The material is heated. Rosin is applied. As evenly as possible, apply solder also in an even layer. Is it always possible to repair? It is not always advisable to repair the radiator. In some cases, it will be easier and even cheaper to install a new one. But how to realize that you have just such a situation in front of you and not to waste time on restoration? We will help to understand. Leaks that are located in the place of connection of the radiator with the plastic spigot are not reparable. It is possible to eliminate the leak, but only for a temporary effect. It is better to use epoxy glue or sealant. From corrosion, which caused the depressurization of the system, nothing will save. It is not worth spending neither time, money nor materials on such a radiator. It is subject to disposal. Structural damage as a result of a traffic accident often cannot be repaired. Even if there is a chance of success, the repair costs will be considerable. Any leak starts with a small crack, which will be much easier and quicker to repair. If repaired in time, the radiator can serve for a long time and perform its duties properly. Remember, not all defects can be eliminated. In some, especially neglected cases, we'll have to replace the part. In conclusion, fixing leaks in your car's radiator can be a straightforward process if you follow the right steps. Whether you choose to use a sealant, patch the leak, or replace a damaged hose, taking the time to address these issues can save you from costly repairs down the line. Remember to always prioritize safety and consult your vehicle's manual for specific guidance. With a little patience and the right tools, you can keep your cooling system running smoothly and efficiently. Thank you for watching, and happy repairing.